Hello and welcome to the channel. The Bimodal Voters Accreditation System (BVAs) was supposed to be the game changer. No more election rigging in Nigeria ever again. This new technology was supposed to change everything, and the election will be devoid of all those things that have quite so often in the past let us down. The ruling party, the All Progressives Congress (APC), with Buhari at its helm, was responsible for the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) and its chairman, Mahmood Yakubu. More than 300 billion naira was spent on the technology. Buhari promised to leave a legacy of transparent elections, having botched everything else with his ineptitude. They played us, this APC, giving us the idea that all was not well with the president and the presidential hopeful Bola Ahmed Tinubu. By skipping a few campaign rallies, we believed them and ran with the narrative. The general conception was that if for nothing else, this election was going to be free and fair. Nobody suspected a thing or questioned anything, not even the other presidential candidates who were all played as well. The general feeling was that our votes would count. It didn't. A master strategy devised by Buhari, Tinubu, INEC, and APC. Conspiracy theory, I know. But could it be true? If Buhari had really wanted to give us a lasting legacy of free and fair elections, surely couldn't he have questioned the shambolic electoral process or probably stopped it? He cannot in his wildest imagination believe for a second that the election was free or fair. So why did he resort to the old age saying that all aggrieved candidates take their grievances to courts? Conspiracies. But think about all I am saying for a second. Really think about it. Subscribe, like, share, and comment. Thank you. Game changer. How BVAs turned heavyweights to paperweights. When the idea of introducing the bimodal voters accreditation system into the electoral process was first mooted by the national chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, Professor Mahmood Yakubu, it created a wave of mixed feelings among the people. The BVAs machine is a device for the accreditation of voters through biometric capture, uploading of polling results, and other functions. A larger percentage of Nigerians didn't know what to make of it. Many pondered hard on what difference it would bring to the country's long history of election irregularities such as rigging, ballot box snatching, thuggery, shooting, intimidation of voters, vote buying, violence, and collusion with ad hoc electoral agents and security operatives, among others. Their argument may be seen as valid if the number of casualties who were victims of bloodletting, thuggery, and post-election violence is anything to go by. But Yakubu stuck to his gun, insisting on doing the needful. For a first-time visitor coming into contact with him, the INEC chair caught the image of an umpire who is determined to do better than his predecessor, Professor Atahiru Jaga. Professor Mohammad Kuna, a special advisor to the INEC chairman, Professor Mahmood Yakubu, in recent interviews, said biometric technology was designed to verify permanent voter cards and enable human recognition through a biometric verification mechanism using both fingerprint and facial recognition of voters. According to him, the device can also capture images of the polling unit result sheet from EC8A and upload the image of the sheet on INEC's election result viewing platform, iRev. BVAs plays an important role in verifying the genuineness of voters' cards and authenticating voters during accreditation. He said the design of the electronic device made it impossible for anyone to tamper with results uploaded to iRev via BVAs. With the nature of BVAs, the uploaded polling units, PUs, results cannot be manipulated. The machine was not designed to edit the photographic results uploaded and sent to the INEC result viewing portal iRev, and once sent, cannot be recalled, he said. Also, Former Akwa Ibom State Resident Electoral Commissioner of the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC), Mike Igini, stated that BVAs had returned power to the people because the device would make rigging near impossible for politicians. When Yakubu insisted on BVAs, it didn't take long for Nigerians to get a clearer picture of the difference BVAs can make in a major poll following the loss of the incumbent governor of Osun, Adegboyega Oyetola, at the July 16 governorship election in the state. Oyetola, an All Progressives Congress governor, lost to Ademola Adeleke of the People's Democratic Party. The latter was declared the winner of the poll where he garnered 403,271 votes as against the 375,027 polled by Oyetola. In a dramatic fashion, an election petition tribunal in the state nullified the election that produced the dancing senator as a governor 6 months later. A report said evidence from the BVAs showed alleged overvoting in favor of Adeleke. It was a defining moment for the ruling APC, and there were cries of foul play from the opposition and critics of the technological device. This was followed up by threats and calls for BVAs to be abandoned ahead of the 2023 elections. Complaints about the possibility of the gadgets being vulnerable to hackers and disruption by telecommunication challenges, especially in areas with no network, were rebuffed. A determined Yakubu emphasized publicly that the system of using the BVAs for the conduct of elections has come to stay. There is no going back. According to him, the era of politicians taking undue credit by stuffing ballot boxes with invalid votes is gone forever. His position was re-echoed by INEC's National Commission for Information, Festus Okoye, who described the device as a game-changer in the country's electoral process. Okoye vowed that no amount of protest can stop its usage in the 2023 elections. He further stated that no pressure from political parties or politicians can make the Commission discard the use of BVAs, which is stipulated in the Electoral Act 2022. Okoye also opined that there would be surprises at the 2023 polls. Indeed, he was right in his permutation following major upsets and earthquakes that rocked the presidential and National Assembly polls on February 25th. Perhaps the biggest shock can be said to be the loss in Lagos, reputed to be the stronghold of kingmaker, political godfather, and APC presidential poster boy Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, to the dark horse of the election, Peter Obi. That's the news, guys. Thanks for listening. Until next time, bye.